What up, family? Get us for dash 20 minute lead. Today is September 18, 2024. Wednesday in my city, Chicago. Ooh, I needed a little rest and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Mary McNamara, if you ain't see me out and about, it's because nigga is old and my bones is, you know what I mean? Feeling like rigor mortis is sitting there. Alright, look, check this out. I did the remix to DMX, Rough Rider, Anthem. Now, you gotta remember, I'm not a gangbanger. I'm just a writer. I'm just a person that wrote my life story throughout my life to music, and people stole my stuff at an early age. I'm an originator rap since the age 8, 1975. Now, I tell people all the time, niggas been having sex since the beginning of the time, but prostitution made it lucrative, and that's how it is with me and rap. You understand what I'm saying? People been talking since the beginning of time, but I made it lucrative. You understand what I'm saying? Rapping ain't nothing but talk. So with that said, they didn't want to pay me. They stole my stuff. Gangbangers, thieves, woo out the band. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Still jumping on the bandwagon. They tried to kill me in 2016 with cancer, put me on the psych ward, tried to make it seem like I was crazy after they made me homeless May 31st of 2008 on Devon and Clark and Rogers Park in my city, Chicago. For the ones who don't know, this is pretty much why I'm telling you. But it goes all the way back to when I gave Oprah Winfrey my child abuse rap at the age of 17 in 1984. My first ever YouTube video, Mary Mac versus the Fat Black Oprah Winfrey, and that I posted in November of 2007. I said I gave her my child abuse rap at the age. I said I gave it to her in 1986. Let's put it like that. You understand what I'm saying? Which I was under, pressure at the time and stuff, and basically it was kind of half truth because she met Stedman in 1986. So even when I make mistakes, you understand what I'm saying, it still coincide with the story. And there's always going to be somebody trolling the originals, and that's when the snake come in, kind of like in the Garden of Eden. You understand what I'm saying? And try to take out two birds with one stone, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? So Oprah at the time, she didn't understand, I guess, the game like I didn't understand, and Stedman is a correctional officer or something like that, or whatever he is and stuff, and Oprah took the bait, so to speak, with my child abuse rap and my story that I gave her in 1984 at the age of 17. She's been exploiting me ever since, and that's why The Color Purple came out in 1985. Okay, with that said, I thought, she wasn't going to never get back with me, which she never did. And so in 1995, she was talking about getting off the air. And by this time, she was almost a half a billionaire. Let's put it like that. Almost a half a billionaire. So she was trying to get out. And, they was study coming at me, and family included. You understand what I'm saying? And trying to, bring me down or whatever. But my strength and my higher power was keeping me up. You understand what I'm saying? But they were still able to, put me on the psych ward in 1995 after I gave over my child abuse story again on the 3 cassette tapes front and back and some pictures and, a letter or whatever and stuff. Because she had a show on her Oprah Winfrey show that said, who in your life, um, makes a difference or something like that. And I, directed my story to her. Like, she does a good thing or whatever and stuff. She does a magnificent job. She was like, who does a good job in your life? So I gave it to her, because, Oprah, she want to be all that. So I just directed it to her and stuff. And, I sent her some pictures of me as a little girl and all that. And she sent them back. You understand what I'm saying? But she kept, certain things or whatever and stuff. And then they tried to make it seem like I was crazy, and they put me on the psych ward in 1995. And they made me sign off on some paperwork to get a crazy check. And to this day, I get that same check that I did not want in 1995, but they said if I don't sign off on it, I couldn't get out the psych ward. John Madden Heights, John Madden psych ward in Hines, Illinois. So because I didn't know what day it was, because they shot me up with a lot of stuff. Hell Dog was the medicine. I wrote Snowy next to the document or whatever and stuff. As a result, they trying to take my Social Security and stuff, and that's my only source of income or whatever. You know, I used to sell cassette tapes and music and CDs and this, that, and the third. You know, rap, the music, woo out the bam also. So basically, I was helping my enemies kill me. So fast forward, you know, after they railroaded me in 2008, pulling me over for tinted windows, they upgraded it to disarming a police officer, something I did not do because, you know, they was trying to get me off the street because I was giving my book Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors plus one song away to the public, and I had it on the internet for free. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess it was revealing too much, which I thought I was doing it in a captive back kind of way. You know, I was trying to get people to say, because I told them in 1995, if I got to give my book away, I will. You know, and I also told them I already know I'm worth more dead than I am alive. And, you know, if they just gave me $2 million tax free, I would be cool with that. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't want to do none of that. So as a result, people are getting caught up and they study bringing people in and joining the bandwagon or whatever. And, you know, once they railroaded me, gave me my first felony in 2008, I, you know, been struggling ever since. So I can't get decent housing. You understand what I'm saying? I can't get a job. They fired me on my birthday before the felony came. You understand what I'm saying? So they was always picking with me after, you know, they heard my voice, you know, to the sound of music and my story in 1995 on 3 cassette tapes front and back. So that was a lot of information. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it wasn't nothing but me venting for the most part, a lot of stuff that was, you know, in me because of child abuse. You know, this is all stemmed around me being a child abuse victim and trying to save other people who've been through the same thing, but they paid them off. And because, you know, I am the meat and potatoes, so to speak, or whatever, you know, they couldn't pay me off because, or they didn't want to because they was greedy or whatever. I don't know what the case is. I know in Alcoholics Anonymous, after 1995, that's where they placed me in Alcoholics Anonymous and stuff. I guess they wanted to keep an eye on me. And all I did was a lot of service work. Mind my business, pay my bills, move out the band. You understand what I'm saying? I was ahead of the game when they railroaded me in 2008 as far as rent. You understand what I'm saying? I was about 2 months, well, a month ahead of rent. You understand what I'm saying? So while I was in jail, jail and prison, somebody was actually sleeping rent-free or whatever in my apartment, and it was high at the time, okay? The rent. Long story short, they had stole my car, everything. You know what I mean? They bringing me down, Mary McNamara's. So fast forward, I get out from all under that, thinking I'm, you know, trying to get my life back on track, which is something they don't want me to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, it'll make them look bad, I guess, but it makes them look worse because I'm steady keeping up and exposing them. And then they had to find somebody like Young and May in 2016 while I was staying sober with almost 19 years of sobriety. I have 27 years come Christmas this year, 2024, of, you know, sobriety or whatever. Now, I'm only in AA because they wanted to monitor me. I'm really Tradition 8. You understand what I'm saying? If you know anything about AA. But long story short, I don't like drinking, drugs, and smoking, none of that any damn way. You understand what I'm saying? I was just trying to figure out what was going on with my people dying out here. I was a concerned citizen and or you know, American or whatever the case. You know, friend, if you want to call it that. You understand what I'm saying? But they didn't see the big picture. A gift is from God and surprise a kid. Long story short, surprise, nigga, I guess. Shit, I don't know. Long story short, 2016, I'm at the AA Mustard Seed, staying sober, homeless, and they didn't like the fact that I was still sober. So, you know, they had already had another group in mind, you know, a backup group, and it was Young and May. You know, and I didn't know at the time who she was or whatever until I got out from up on all that stuff they did to me in 2016 by putting me on the psych ward again and stuff, trying to make it seem like I'm crazy. when I was sober, and all they had to do was find me housing, but they want to embarrass the original, try to make an example out of me, I guess. So I'm trying to figure out who trolling me. So I get out the psych ward after all them drugs they gave me, cancer and all that. Come to find out, it was young M.A. who that was, going viral and stuff, and I would have been dead. You understand what I'm saying? She said she caught her body like Remy Ma, so I would have been the body, but I survived. So fast forward to this day, and I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I was in a so-called accident on my scooter. Truth of the matter, they was blocking the sidewalk. I was coming from an AA meeting again. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess, they're trying to make an example. So I had to jump the curb and stuff, and with my little scooter or whatever, because the car was blocking the sidewalk or whatever. And, it messed up my face or whatever and stuff, Nobody came to my rescue. Just like they ain't come to my rescue in 2016. So in AA, they said, our problems is of our own making. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just a rap writer, real talk. I don't get paid for none of this. I've never had a new car, never had a day at the spa, never had a real vacation, never had more than $25,000 at one time. And I use that just to, show people that, they coming for me. Just remember this look or whatever and stuff. So if it get worse, you know what happened. So people know what time it is. They coming after P. Diddy and all of them now because, they set it up for me to take the fall, and it turned around on them. Read your Bible scripture, Proverbs chapter 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm finna give you this one for the day. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, but the big number is 18. A gift is from God, like I said, and a surprise, a kid. You see the 18? Today is the 18th. You understand what I'm saying? See, I have more than one gift. And they thought rapping was the only thing and writing was the only thing they had to, worry about. But I learned a lot of stuff at this trap. There was 6210 South Kenmark Avenue, Chicago, North 60637. So, just like DMX said, Jay-Z said the inmates is running the building. Come to find out, Jay-Z wanted to take out the competition, which is DMX. Why? Because there's no honor amongst thieves. There's a lot of people come around me, but I have no friends, no family. All of them have, eating off my plate. And, my higher power is the only one that's keeping me up. Quiet as kept. You understand what I'm saying? This the 5. I had 5 on us, but nobody believed. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And this the 2. I was born May 25th, 1967. My sobriety is on Christmas, December 25th, 1997. A gift is from God, and a surprise will kill you. You understand? And I told Oprah that in 1995. She chose to get all her goons and stuff to, and they took the bait. And now it's time to pay the piper, I guess. Step your game up. Peace.